It was a weird start to the game, and just talk about just kind of trying to get some energy going today, and just seemed difficult.
And I think the start we played 9 minutes straight or something like that, and so yeah, it was strange. There wasn't any dead balls or anything, so that was a different start. I don't know. We were getting kind of, I wouldn't say we were gassed. It was just different flow. I don't know what it was, but we couldn't get into it. We just were missing shots early, and I think it affected our defense a little bit. And they got up about 10, and we kept battling, but just couldn't get over the hump. We couldn't make that run that we needed to put us in a position where we could actually do some damage.
UNI is a very difficult team to make up a gap against. You guys did it in Cedar Falls, but more often than not, when they get a gap like that with the way the pace they play out, it's difficult. How much of a sense did you feel, maybe not it slipping away, but that it was going to be an uphill battle again to try to, get back into it?
We gave up some, early in the second half, we gave up some easy looks, and they got us down, I think, 17. But there was never, on my end anyway, there was never a sense of we can't overcome it. We couldn't start hitting some shots and make it a game. And like I said, we battled, and there was no, I didn't get any sense of giving up or that feeling of we couldn't overcome it until late, in the game. I just had that mentality, I guess, of we're going to try to win it. But like I said, we just couldn't get any runs going. They're a good defensive team and kind of did what they wanted to do, I would say.
Yeah, what do you think defensively they did in the second half? Because you guys actually tightened up, and they had trouble scoring in the second half, but scoring until late in the half kind of just wasn't there for you guys.
Yeah, they really clogged it up. They really packed things in and made it hard to get to the rim, and sometimes guys would over dribble or get too deep and then not have anywhere to go. We just didn't make the simple plays and work the ball side to side like we needed to get their defense shifting. I think we attacked a little early sometimes, and that got us in a position where they're not having to rotate as much as they need to or things like that. But they're a good defensive team, and give all the credit to them.
The team has lost 4 out of 6. And granted, 3 of them were on the road, and for the most part, pretty good teams. But what do you think needs to be the approach as you go into a 2-game road swing? And what would you like to see the team either get back to or improve as you move forward?
I just was in the locker room after the game talking to them, and I think we need to just pay more attention to detail. Things in practice, get it right the first time, so coach doesn't have to repeat himself, or things like that, or if we're in a huddle and we're saying, drive those gaps and drive and kick, punch it in, kick it. We just need to listen to what coaches are saying and apply it to the games, and that's kind of what we're struggling with right now as a young team. And I think back to our team when we went to the tournament, and we just kept getting better every day in practice, just kept staying with the system and getting better, and that's kind of what I was preaching to the guys. Just keep with it, keep working in practice, get better every day, so that when that tournament time comes, we'll be tough to play against.
Yeah, I was going to add one more thing. I was going to ask you. Your coach is saying that he thinks Tuttle is a Player of the Year candidate in the league. What kind of challenges does he present you trying to keep him from scoring offensively or setting up other guys?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. He's such a good player, and he can score, but he's as good a passer as they have on that team. And so that's the thing. If you double him, he's good enough to where he's going to hit the open man, and if you try to play him straight up, he's probably going to take you. We just try to mix it up on him. Obviously, being such a good player, me and Gant would switch up who was guarding him and things like that. But it's tough. You got to kind of pick your poison with him. If you want to double him, like I said, he's going to find that open shooter. But you got to pick who you're coming from and things like that. We just try to mix it up. I thought we did decent on him today. He worked hard for most of his buckets and got to the line a little too much, but he's a great player, and you just got to kind of switch it up.
Anything else, guys? Okay.